welcome to the Hockey on Tap podcast. This is episode, it says 63, there we are. And I'm your host, Bill Dean, and of course here with my two co-hosts, Little Steve and Schwim. We are brought to you by Primetime Radio, courtesy of Mr. Sam Wu. And you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Please leave us a 5-star review if you would be so kind. Boys, welcome back.
It's been
a little bit of a hiatus.
It's been a while.
It has been. It's been over a month, so that's pretty good. Well, actually, it's been well over a month, I think, 2 months. But we're here and we're back for the hockey season. We have 3 weeks until the season starts, I believe it is. So we will have the 3 pods. Oh, sorry, go ahead, buddy.
Preseason games this weekend, I think.
Yeah. So we'll do the intros and we'll do some news and we'll talk about our views on
Hang on 1 second.
The divisions. Yeah, go ahead, guy. The divisions. Yeah, I wonder who that is. Steve's gonna. We might witness a murder on camera, but we'll see what happens. We'll do some NHL top 50 player rankings. I actually did my own rankings because I saw on NHL.com, or not NHL.com, Locked On Podcast, which is pretty good if anyone wants to listen to it. But they do, your individual teams. I prefer to listen to my Devils podcast, being Let's Go Devils. I thought we were going to watch you get murdered on screen. I thought that would be very entertaining radio.
Did anybody hear? There's a cat screaming in the hallway.
Oh, there was. Okay.
And
I thought it was your own.
Yeah, I thought it was Melvin for a second, and I was like staring at him, and he was just sitting there staring at me. I'm like, how are you meowing without opening your mouth? And there's a adorable white cat just roaming the hallways out there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I thought the baby, which everyone could see on screen, would be already moaning and complaining that she's sitting with daddy, but she's doing pretty well for right now. Wife's eating if she just got home from work. But like I was telling Schwim, I got some player rankings because I saw some rankings come out. Everyone wants to do top 100 before the season starts. So I did my top 50 and we'll go through it and we'll see what you guys think. I think it's a pretty decent list, and I was not a big homer. I have 3 Rangers. 3 Rangers. I have a lot more Penguins and a lot more Tampa. And Schwim will be very happy about my top 10. So
all right.
We'll go through that. But boys, first, we'll do what we're drinking. And actually, I'll go first. And this is a shout out to my sister-in-law, Alicia. She went to the Galapagos Islands, and she brought back Galapagos beer. So this is called Reptilia. Did I just lose my – no, I'm still there? Okay.
William, where are the Galapagos Islands? They are islands off of the coast of what?
Well, they're off the Pacific Ocean. They're actually outside of, not Peru, Ecuador. Thank you.
Peru
so take
also.
that, Steve.
I was going to say Galapagos.
But all the beer that they have in the Galapagos is actually brewed in Ecuador. So it's called Reptilia, and it's Galapagos, and it's got a nice little turtle on it.
That's
little
cool.
tortoise.
Oh, hey.
Isn't that a song, Reptilia?
Maybe.
Probably. Oh, I think it's
I would.
Who is that?
a bullet for Pretty Boy. Something like that.
Is it? Okay.
It says
Dean doesn't know.
ingredients. So Steve, you can tell me what these ingredients are. It says agua, so I think that's water. So I think I might have got the first one right. It also says Cebada Malteado, so malts. Lupula, Lupulo, don't know what that is. Levadura, and then contiene gluten, so gluten. So I don't know what else is in the American Pale Ale, but I'm going to try it, and thank you, Alicia. Very cool.
Hops. Wheat.
I'm sure there's hops in it.
Barley.
It's not bad.
Water.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
I am going. I'm going to go with. I drink it a lot. Sigmeister. This was for their 5th anniversary. I don't even know. So I'm so unprepared for this. It's one of their anniversary beers. Sorry, Sigmeister, I'm doing you dirty here. Yeah, 5 years. Pterodactyl. It's they had a lot of Pokemon based beers that I think maybe it was 2 or so that they released. For those into Pokemon, pretty cool. It's just a made up character. This is a barrel aged imperial stout brewed with vanilla, and it's 11%. And it is currently the lowest percent beer that I have in my fridge. So this is what I had to go with today.
3%?
My beer is barren.
No,
my fridge is barren. 11%.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, you did.
Everyone says that Sarah looks like she's into the podcast, and she is. She's just staring at Steve and Schwim.
Well, me.
And playing along. Yeah, definitely not staring at
me. It's Dirty Uncle Schwim.
I'm trying to figure out this lighting situation here, guys.
Yep.
With no luck. I feel like this is a little
Schwim,
better.
what do you got, buddy?
I'm going with a beer that Steven got me, actually, that I've had multiple times before, but the Lilith.
Ooh, another Sig.
Sundial, yeah.
It's an all Sigmeister beer pod. I don't know how to talk. I'm going to be useless tonight. I'm sorry.
You'll have more stuff as I get to my rankings, I'm sure.
My goodness. Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have plenty to say for Dean's rankings.
Exactly. Dean's stuff.
Speaking properly.
I was doing some homework. I think I did a pretty good job on the rankings and stuff. But well, boys, let's get to what's on tap for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. Obviously, we are back. We are better than ever.
All
Sam
new locations.
The wonderful Sam
Every single one of them.
By the way,
all three of us.
We got to talk about Sam. Yeah, all three of us new locations. This is my office / new podcast studio / man cave / baby cave, all the way in the back corner. Schwim is in his lovely apartment with his lovely gal pal, and Steve is living the bachelor life by himself. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he still has his lovely Danielle, but
and
he's
Melvin
living by himself. He has cats, so we might see a cat. Is there room for a cat to jump on the screen?
The way that he jumps up here, it's very possible. Although I've kind of crowded this counter.
Everybody's used to him, being right in front of the camera right away. This is a little weird seeing
that is
most
true.
of Steven.
Usually the cat is the main part of the screen.
Melvin usually blocks us out, and now he's
mainly you.
Just
totally have to look at your mug for the whole podcast.
Fantastic, but
it is really pretty good.
Close.
I got to get Michu over here, but he's sleeping on the chair right now.
Yeah, the pups. I got Minnie over here. We'll see. Hopefully she doesn't bark because that'd be very nice. But so we're in our new digs. I wanted it. I don't know if Sam is behind. If Sam could see us or hear us, if he went away for a second. But I do want to say for Sam, as everybody knows, he is currently in the running for the New Jersey Devils broadcast PA announcing gig. And please go vote for him on all social medias. People out there are saying some things about not wanting him in there because he doesn't have the background. He hasn't been a PA announcer before. Listen, that's BS. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. He's talented. He has a great voice. He loves the Devils. I know that's not, it doesn't have to be a precursor to getting this position, but he does a very good job, and everyone should go online, our Facebooks, our Instagrams, our Twitters. We have it out there as well. Please vote for Sam. You can go up to 3 times per day for an email. So if you have multiple emails, click away. Please vote for Sam. He really is talented. He's the best there is. So Sam, we want you to win, bud, and good luck. All right, so to the NHL, right? I got a bunch of news stuff. Obviously today, Travis Zajac had retired, 15 seasons in the NHL, 1,037 games with the Devils and the Isles combined. Obviously, there's only 13 games with the Isles, but he still played there. 550 points, 202 goals, 348 assists. A pretty good centerman for his career. I'd say he's a solid 2, really good third line center. But yeah, it's a good career. 1,000 games is nothing to snub at. So,
now if you can play that long in the NHL alone, in any league, yeah, little cameo.
Right, there he is, cameo. Yeah, we got multiple little things on the screen.
There he is.
There he is, just all up in that cat.
Now it's the podcast.
That is full ass. Yep, there it is. We got
I'm gone.
Yeah, Steve disappeared. Other news. Artemi Panarin does not want to be the captain of the New York Rangers. He says that they have more deserving players. I kind of agree with him. Give him an A. There's guys that have been there a little longer. Maybe deserves the C. Maybe guys that are a little more outspoken. You don't have to be an outspoken leader to be captain, but there's definitely players in there that might have the run down the
who do you think
captaincy down the road.
Who do you think they're going to name?
I keep hearing Kreider. I'm not sure if I necessarily like that. As a manager that's been bandied about. I say wait another year. You've waited this long. Maybe someone like Adam Fox or Alexis Lafreniere step up, and those are the guys you kind of want to be those leaders, those young players that, faces of the franchise, right? Everyone goes the way of those kind of players because, that's just how the NHL is.
For every team, though, it's not necessarily their best player has to be their captain. Like, you want it to be a guy who's, can rally the troops whenever he wants to. And,
looking at the NHL now, what players are the captains that are like third-line players? Or, maybe even...
Foligno was.
Foligno was, but at one time he was a first liner for them, and he got it and he stayed with it, right? Chara, the same thing. He was a captain for a while because he was a beast, and then at the end of his career in Boston, he wasn't very good, but he was still, that same type of play. So that, that's what I'm trying to think. There's not many guys that you think about, not being number ones that, or at least, top line players that are captains now.
Well, I think you get, not most of the time, but you do get it a reasonable amount of time where it's just, they just give it to their star player. Regardless of I don't think, it's been argued that Ovechkin is not very captain-like.
He's not a captain.
But
no,
he is the absolute face of their franchise, so why not, right?
Yeah, they did it well with Crosby, maybe a little early, but they did it well.
I don't think they did it early just based on how he's matured. Obviously, I don't think it was a mistake to give it to him early. And I don't know who else they would have given it to at the time. To be honest, there were some vets there, but there was Lemieux, but he didn't last the first season of Crosby's career. And you had Recchi and Leclerc, and those guys were kind of gone. Gonchar could have been considered maybe, but I don't think. Obviously, in retrospect now, obviously it's not a mistake because he's one of the best captains to ever captain.
Easily, yeah.
Both country and team.
This was not on my topics list, but it's pretty interesting. So, do you think someone like Gabriel Landeskog or, let's say Connor McDavid, it was too early for them to get C's?
It was weird about Landeskog because he was 18. Very young. Yeah, he's extremely young.
A rookie.
And now you think back,
I think he was a rookie, right?
I don't think it might have been his second season, or maybe towards the end of his rookie season, one of the two. But now, you'd argue that McKinnon maybe should be the captain because he has. He's very captain-like in the way that he talks a lot like Crosby, basically.
He leads that team.
From the same damn area.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would say his whole eating regimen that he he puts on the players is actually very funny, and it works, right? Guys, look at Tom Brady. He has this weird diet, and he's ridiculous, right? So, guys lead in different ways, and these guys are doing it in ways they think the team's just going to get better. So. Good for them.
Yeah. Just trade for O'Reilly in the captain.
He'd
be your star player.
Panarin would still be.
Panarin
better than Eichel?
What's weird? What's weird about this? That I feel like Panarin coming out and saying what he said about not wanting to be the captain is something that a captain would say.
It's true. Yeah. Most captains would say that I don't deserve it. I'm,
very humble,
Yeah, I like that. I wouldn't mind giving it to Artemi. I think it'd be great. The guy's been fantastic for us.
They give it to him anyway and just really piss him off.
He just shows up on the first night.
Speaking about a captain, Speaking about a captain, Ryan O'Reilly does not think that the Tarasenko trade request will be an issue. Obviously, Tarasenko asking for the St. Louis Blues to get him a trade out of St. Louis. It does obviously hurt that team. You're talking about a former 40-goal scorer, right? But he's kind of tailed off, especially with the injuries and stuff to his shoulders. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a meandering issue the whole season?
I don't know. I could see him. He's not going to be traded early. I think it'll be deadline or even off season after this season. I don't think they're going to get anything right away because nobody's going to want to pay whatever ridiculous price they're asking for him right now. Towards the trade deadline, I could definitely see it because then teams are like, all right, or the St. Louis team will be like, all right, fine. Well, instead of this, we want this, and but I just want to know who the Rangers are going to give up for Tarasenko when they acquire
Tarasenko.
Who do you think it is?
Putting him and Panarin would be pretty funny together, but I don't think I don't think they'd be giving up much. You'd probably give him like a B-level prospect and a first, right? Or maybe not even a first. I don't. His injury history, it's much worse than Eichel's. but his injury history is much worse than Eichel's, and that was one of the big things with Eichel is that you have this guy that everyone thinks is injury prone, and all of a sudden, he has this neck injury, and the guy's played for forever, and he's had pretty good years where he's played almost all the games for his team. So, but Tarasenko's legit has this shoulder that just keeps getting. I mean, I know neck injury is nothing to be shy about, but that's one of those big ones. So. We'll see what happens with that team. Some other quick news: Nolan Patrick gets that 2-year extension with Vegas, $1.2 million per. Zdeno Chara, full circle, New York Islanders, 1-year deal. I guess him and Matt Martin just don't want to fight anymore.
They want to be the oldest friggin' team in the league, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very funny that
Parise too. Parise and
him now.
I don't know how old Palmieri's in his 30s, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, but
They gotta have the oldest. Adding Chara, they have to have the oldest roster.
He's 40. He's gonna be 45 next year.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, Washington was because
Crazy.
he was on the roster last year, even though they have guys like Ovechkin who are aging. But yeah, the Islanders have got to be. I assume they're the oldest team in the league now.
Easily, I mean, I don't think it's even close. I know they have a lot of young guys, but. I mean, getting rid of Eberle probably helps a little bit, but then they gain Chara, so that's a negative, right? So let's see, oldest NHL.
And Parise,
great podcast.
Parise too.
Yeah, how old's Parise? Is he our age?
36.
He's up there.
He's got to be 36. Oldest age. NHL teams in order. Let's see.
I wonder if it's updated.
It says, what is the oldest average age in the NHL from Contact Elite Prospects? It says Anaheim Ducks at 27.45. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Hold on.
When was that from?
No, I'm on Elite Prospects, and let's see here. Average age. Here we go. Detroit. No, that doesn't make sense either. Detroit Red Wings at 28.51. Minnesota Wild at 28.35. Oh, this is 20. God damn it. I have to change this stupid
I was going to say, there's no way. Detroit's like one of the youngest teams.
I know. All right, here we go. Washington Capitals at 30. This is as of, so it might be changed a little bit because Islanders were at 29.64 and the Capitals were at 30. So I'm sure Chara put them over that. It had to have.
Yeah, they just swapped.
Dallas Stars at 29, Minnesota Wild at 28.85, and then Pittsburgh Penguins 28.69 as the 5. Tampa 6. 28.85 or 28.58.
Yeah, they had some vests in there. Brian Elliott.
Yep.
Yeah, that helps. Brian Elliott helps.
I don't know in what way, but
exactly. Well, would you rather have him than McElhinney?
I don't know. It's like it's the same bag goalie like every year. So
same bag goalie.
Pretty much.
You can never get any good subs, right?
No.
Doesn't matter. You got Vasilevsky playing all the games. Don't waste money on a backup in Tampa unless he gets hurt, and then you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, I think they should waste money on a backup for that specific reason, right? I mean,
well, they can't waste money on anything. They're over the cap again, and they're figuring out how to manipulate the cap system.
They cannot afford it. Yes.
Yeah.
With this whole Seabrook thing, and Stamkos is just throwing it in everyone's face.
He is. Yeah, it's really funny. All right. Obviously, we had talked about it in person. We've been hanging out, but the Jesperi Kotkaniemi, the offer sheet, subsequent Canes player. For those that don't know, which I'm sure everybody that's watching this knows, he was offer sheeted by the Habs. He's on the Habs. He was offer sheeted by the Canes. The Canes obviously were trolling the Canadians with their tweets and press conferences. It was funny. It was like a 1 year, $6 million deal. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was like a 1 year, $6 million deal. Obviously, they signed him the offer sheet. Habs do not match. They get a first and a second. Sorry, a first and a second, I believe it was.
First and third, I thought. Was it?
First and third, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Christian Dvorak was then traded to the Habs for a first and a second. That's what it was. I think the Habs Canadians get better this season with Dvorak than they would with Kotkaniemi. But maybe in the long run, Kotkaniemi as a Canes player, is that a better fit? Is that someone you guys think as a long-term growing piece?
Good. That's way too much money, but I think it was just like that's why it was just 1 year.
Yeah.
And I guess the Canes could fit it, so it's just like, how can you? Although it was all bizarre because it was obviously trolling. The entire process of it was trolling because of the Aho offer sheet the previous year or 2 years ago, whenever that was. I love offer sheets. I think there should be more offer sheets. This one was hilarious, but when you break it down, it's pretty stupid and a little bit petty, but it was still great.
It was fantastic.
But yeah, I mean, Kotkaniemi making $6.1 million or whatever it is with a $20 signing bonus. That was the best part of it, I think, was a $20 signing bonus. But it's ridiculous. He should never, ever, ever make that much money. But obviously they did it they were either going to screw Montreal by having them have to overpay for him, right, for a year, or you just get the player because you like the player. And they can technically fit that cap under their cap right now. So why not take a chance? He's still young. He's, promising. The Habs weren't using him properly, I don't think. So we'll see how he grows there. I see him as a good two-way forward. I don't think he's ever going to be a superstar, but, if he's a great third liner, even second liner, I mean, that's good for him. But obviously, I'm pretty sure if all goes according to plan, there's probably a long-term plan for him, and it was probably discussed during this whole offer sheet thing. So whatever the extension, it's going to be significantly less and probably a lot more reasonable.
No way.
But this was just
they have to because
just to get him over.
Yeah, because if not, then his qualifying offer every single year is going to be that price or greater, and you're not going to play just unless he turns into a superstar. That kind of money.
Tom's absolutely right.
I think
the Canes absolutely should have kept Hamilton and made some sort of effort to keep Hamilton.
Yeah.
Nedeljkovic, that whole thing was weird, but Hamilton, without a doubt, there's no reason for them to let him walk like he did. That should have been their number one priority.
Yeah,
by far.
I agree.
I think him and Nedeljkovic were kind of, to me, I like, he's a young, really good.
Completely out of left field. I did not see that coming. That was so bizarre.
They trade him out of nowhere and now, who's their goalie now? I don't even remember who the hell they have.
They got they signed 3 or 4 goalies. Freddie Anderson will probably start.
Antti Raanta.
Yeah.
They have 2.
We'll go through
guys that are.
Yeah, they have someone else.
They get hurt. They signed somebody else that was like could be a potential starter. I don't remember. But I don't know. I didn't see that coming at all. It's like that was very, very surprising that they would give up on him that quickly.
I mean, we'll talk about their team and what we think of them. I think next week when we do the Metropolitan, but I mean, I think their goalie situation's worse. I think their overall team's worse. And they really needed to get better. I think they have a long way to go to maybe not anymore with Tampa losing some pieces, but a long way to go to match up with a team like that. So, okay, so. Also, Tampa shipped goalie Spencer Martin to the Canucks, big-time move, as well as Mitchell Stevens to the Red Wings for a 6th-round pick. So goodbye, Mitchell Stevens.
Yep.
Schwim, how much does that hurt?
Oh, man, it hurts so bad. He was actually one player that I liked because he could actually win faceoffs. And then he got hurt, and we never saw him.
Yeah. All right, so... I'm just trying to send out some links. 2022 NHL draft set for July 7th to 8th in Montreal. Shane writes the big draw, as well as Ivan Miroshnichenko. I think I nailed that one. I actually tried to phonetically put it out.
I think you just made that up.
No. Look his name up. It's Ivan Miroshnichenko. And it's Miroschnichenko.
Jesus.
Miroshnichenko. And I tried to phonetically go out with it, so I might have ruined his name, but that's fine. And Matthew Savoie, who is one of the projected top 3. Buffalo, JJ, I'm hoping you get Shane right. That would be very nice. This way, one, perennial star leaves and another one arrives. So,
already,
man, predict Buffalo.
Buffalo would be worse in the league.
Yep. Oh, there was some funny meme. It was the defenseman they drafted a few years ago, Rasmus Dahlin, right?
Yes.
It was his face as a rookie when they first drafted him, then his face now, and it's like is like sullen. Just keeps like is just downtrodden. He doesn't want to be there. Pretty good. All right, so you want to do our top 50 players? You want to do a preview of the Pacific? Your guys' choice.
Melvin?
I'm going to say top 50.
Top 50
Yeah, go for it.
All right, boys. So this was
in tribute.
There was a bunch. There was a bunch of websites. They always do top 50s, top 100s, top 75, whatever. So I was like, all right, let's try something out. So I started going through some of these people's top 50s, and they were absolutely atrocious. So I was like, I have to do one of my own to better this.
To make it as atrocious.
So yeah, all right. So we're gonna do 50 down to 1, and there's the cat. Those are some eyes, man. All right, our honorable mentions, and you guys tell me if you think any of these players should be in the top 50. Max Pacioretty.
No.
I'll say no.
Alex DeBrincat.
No.
I think Steve's going to say yes to this one. Jake Gensel.
Top 50? I'll say no.
Top 50.
No.
Anze Kopitar.
Maybe a couple years ago, yes. I don't know about now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like just outside that right now.
Yep.
It was
Nikolai
just because
Ehlers.
of yes.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Good job, Sam. There he is. There's the technical woo. That's why he should be the Devils PA announcer.
There we go.
Yeah. Brock Besser.
Top 50.
He's actually
didn't have a great
done very
season
well.
last season.
All these guys are pretty good fringe guys, though. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty well right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Nicholas Backstrom. I don't think so.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I had to say this for the Devils fans.
I think he gets crapped on a lot when he shouldn't.
Yeah. Jack Hughes.
No.
Top 50?
I had to say it for the Devils fans. I just say it for the Devils fans. All right. Yeah. Now, these are the guys that I think are closer. Sean Couturier.
Yes.
All right. So that's the first yes. Schwim?
I'll say yes.
All right. So that would be my first snub then. All
these
right.
Are fringe?
I also put,
these are fringe players?
These are fringe players. And then I'll go 50 to 1.
Right.
And number 50 is where you guys will probably say, someone like Couturier belongs in over this guy, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah,
Elias Lindholm.
Top 50? No.
Yeah.
No.
Jacob Chikrin.
No.
Not yet. No.
And then 3 goalies. I have Carey Price, which I don't think he's top 50, but a lot of people had him on their list. And a lot of people had him in between 20 and 30, which I think is absolutely atrocious. But that's them. No? Robin Lehner and Darcy Kemper.
Not Darcy Kemper.
You think
Last year, I would say Darcy Kemper maybe. But after this past year, Kemper was not impressive. Lehner also was hurt for the majority of last season too, so I'm not going to put him in the top 50 now after he missed almost all the entirety of last season, and based off of performance of what they did last season. So it's the top 50 right now, not the top 50 like career statistics.
Yeah, top 50 going into this season.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, Melvin?
If it was like an overall kind of thing, I think out of those 3 goalies that you just named, I would still want Carey Price.
Yeah,
I agree.
Over Lehner and Kemper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a CP fan. I'm sorry.
I'd rather
probably take Carey Price off of some of the other goalies you're going to put on this list.
No, I don't think you will.
You.
Maybe 45 you will. All right. I don't think my top 3. I don't think you're going to take him over the top 3. I have 4 goalies on the list out of 50.
All right. Well, Vasilevsky, Hellebuyck.
Well, you ruined the rankings, man. Shut up. I'm going.
All right, well, go.
All right.
Before I start guessing.
Number 50. Mika Zibanejad.
Of course.
Over Couturier. They're close. Hold on. They're close. They are reasonably close. You're talking about a guy that scored. He was on a 50-goal pace a season ago. Last year he has COVID, comes back, played very well down the stretch, was one of their leading points per game guys.
I'll put him in the 50s, but
he's on the fringe. Well, the 50 is the fringe, man. We're talking about
I'd put Couturier.
This is close.
I would certainly put Couturier over Zibanejad.
All right, fine.
If you, like I said, the only times I'm not going to debate that Zibanejad is. I'm not going to say he's not a good player, but his production was grossly inflated by those games against Philly. Like a handful of games, a good chunk of his points came out of like 3 games.
I want to say, though, his points per game. Yeah, because he had COVID. He had COVID during training camp.
It's the same with somebody who's injured most of the season, coming off injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
Take away those 3 games, and he's not in the discussion at all.
I know. I think his points per game his goals per game was still one of the top 10 in the league, with minus those games. I think we talked about that last year.
I don't know about that. We're gonna have to ask somebody.
I'll definitely look it up. All right, Tom, get on it. Tom. All right. So number 49, Ryan O'Reilly, St. Louis Blues captain, center.
And he's definitely in the top 50. I might even rate him a little bit higher than that, but
okay.
But, continue.
Not bad. Number 48, Kyle Connor, right winger, Winnipeg Jets. You don't think he makes the cut?
I don't think so. I think we can find somebody else.
All right, so maybe Couturier.
All
right, so
Couturier is still better.
Yeah,
I think I still have Couturier over all these guys, and I'd probably have Gensel over these 3 as well.
You have Couturier over Ryan O'Reilly?
Mm-hmm. I think Couturier has surpassed O'Reilly as defensive forward.
Okay.
Best defensive forward.
Number 40.
Who just won the Selke? Him? Couturier? No, that was last year.
It was Mark Stone. Oh, not Mark Stone. It was Barkov. Sorry.
Oh,
Barkov won it? Why do I not remember that?
I don't either.
Yeah, Barkov won the
Selke at all.
Okay.
All right.
Fine. All right. Number 47, Pittsburgh Penguin legend, Chris Letang.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a top defenseman.
So now I wanted to make 46 higher, and I had a tough time. I mean, if you're talking about top 50, top 100 all time, he's way up there. But for the season that he just came off of and the season he's going into, Evgeny Malkin, Pittsburgh Penguins, 46. It's just because of last year. You're talking about this year.
When he was healthy last year, he was dominant. And then he got hurt again. So riddled with injuries has been his MO recently. But I still think, when he's healthy, I probably wouldn't put him any higher than that, to be honest with you, going into the season.
He was healthy?
Because who the hell even knows when he's going to come back? I don't know. Nobody has any timetable for when he's going to even come back. So, I mean, if he's going to miss half the season, is he the 46th best player in the league? What you said? I don't know, but I'll agree with you just because, I love him, his accomplishments, and I think what he's still capable of if he can get healthy.
All right. So my number 45, the fourth goaltender on the list, I'm going to guess you might take Price over him, but Philip Grubauer.
I'd absolutely take Price over him.
Yeah.
Last year, he was in the Vezina conversation. He was top 3 in Vezina. Mm-hmm. So going into this season, his ranking versus Carey Price, who had a playoff run, and that was about it because he was terrible in the regular season.
What do you think Carey Price's numbers would look like on Colorado?
Yeah, but that's not the point, right? That's not the point. The season that he had, he was a Vezina. There's been plenty of. All right, so if you want to do that, what would Vasi's numbers be if he was on the Devils? You could do that to anybody.
Not as good.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't fault someone for their team they're on.
Certainly wouldn't have the wins.
No, you probably wouldn't have the save percentage or the goals against.
I'm not even really going on the stats. I'm going on just their overall caliber of player.
I mean,
Carey Price didn't have a great season. You're right, but he's still a better goalie than Grubauer. I don't know that. I think we're gonna see this in Seattle because Seattle's team is not good.
Oh, they're atrocious.
And Grubauer, he's not going to be a bad goalie, but he's going to be pedestrian.
Seattle's going to surprise all of us and just run it right from the beginning of the season somehow.
Like Vegas.
Vegas.
I don't see how
we thought Vegas was going to be bad, but Vegas had some decent players. Seattle does.
Maybe this
Seattle
mediocrity will be too much for good teams to handle. I don't know.
No, Vegas absolutely fleeced everybody in the expansion draft, while Seattle just couldn't do that because every other team was like, no, we're not going to do the same thing twice. I mean, just think of what Vegas.
Their first game's against Vegas, right? At Vegas.
Yeah, at Vegas.
Opening night. Yeah.
I would say just think of what Vegas got from Florida in the expansion draft. They got Marchessault, Riley, and they got I think a pick,
Riley
top
Smith.
pick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they got a pick. I know they got Marchessault and Riley Smith.
I mean, that's their top line.
Both have been great for them. Yeah, the entirety of this.
All right, number 44, and so number 44, another defenseman. I think a lot of people would have him higher, but I don't because of me and Steve just don't like him. John Carlson, Washington Capitals. He's not really a defenseman; he's more forward, but he gets points. I had to have him over Tang just because I think he's been better the last few years, or at least everybody thinks he's better. But I put him on there, but I wasn't happy about it.
I don't think so.
Basically,
I think Tang's a better defenseman.
Oh, definitely. It's not even close.
Yeah, but defenseman, yes. Yeah.
Defensively, you can compare him to like Radko Gudas or somebody. This defensive game is horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Number 43 is Johnny Gadreau. Johnny Hockey, Johnny Ham and Cheese, Calgary Flames winger. Any thoughts on Johnny Gadreau at 43? Higher, lower?
I might have him higher, but
yeah,
I might have him lower actually.
Really, you might have him off top
lower
50?
than anybody listed.
Still, I mean, I think I'd still have him in the top 50, but not. Would you have him at 43?
43, Johnny Gadreau.
I might have him closer to 50.
Yeah, see, I think he's better than Kyle Connor.
I don't think I'd put any of the guys above him, or any of the guys from 44 to 50, or anyone's on the cusp ahead of him. Honestly.
All right. Number 42, Minnesota Wild phenom, Kiril Kaprizzov. And the only reason I put him on, he had a great year.
He's good.
He's good. Is he top 50 worth? A lot of people were saying.
Oh, he's only had 1 year.
Yeah,
he's only had 1 year. So
he's also 26. It's not like he's a rookie that just came in and blew him away. He's actually a seasoned pro. So that's the only reason I thought about putting him on here.
Well, let's see if he can do it again. Then you can make a case for it.
Number 41, rounding out the top first 10, Aaron Ekblad. I'd have him higher, but that injury obviously, was a tough one last year. But he's turned into a number one defenseman. He's been really good.
He was having a great season start last season.
He'd be much higher on this list if he wasn't injured.
And then, oof, that was bad.
Yeah, it was. Number 40, Toronto Maple Leaf legend John Tavares. Anything? What do you guys think?
Who do you play for? I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. Still think the Isles should have kept him, but Turner and I have a very differing opinion. Number 39, Calgary Flame annoyance, Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
Anything, Bueller?
Okay. I might put Gadreau over Tkachuk.
Yeah, Tkachuk I think is a little high right now.
Yeah, I think Tkachuk's a better player. I do. I think despite the annoying things that he does, the dumb shit,
Calgary's a disaster, and Gadreau is a super talent.
Yeah, I mean, maybe him and a couple, him on a different team would be better. But
was there rumors of them trying to shop Gadreau?
There's been for a while.
Yeah,
even Tkachuk was rumored.
Yeah,
the entire damn team has been rumored.
Basically, yeah. Sean Monahan, see you later. Number 38, our second goaltender on the list, our third goaltender on the list, Marc-Andre Fleury, Chicago Blackhawks netminder. Number 38.
I like it.
Love him.
Number 30.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah. So do you think he should be higher, Steve, or lower, or right about there? Higher. Top 50 players overall. You think he's better than 38? All right. So now I want you to tell me who on this list coming up you would put lower than Marc-Andre Fleury. So number 37.
Next goalie.
It's down pretty good.
Down a ways.
I have the next goalie at number 20. So
I can tell you exactly where to put him. Do you want to know where?
Where the sun don't shine?
That's what I was going to say.
9.
I thought it was S. Oh, for Shorts guy?
Backwards. For his number.
Oh, 92?
29.
Yeah, you said backwards for his number.
I'm
trying to write backwards so you can see what a 2 is. Because this is a 2 in my
backwards
eyes,
for his number, and I was like, he's 29. Why'd you put him in 92?
Oh.
So that's mean.
Put him at 29. There you go.
All right.
Problem solved.
Number 37, the new Boston Bruins shutdown defenseman, Charlie McAvoy.
I have Letang over McAvoy.
No. Come on.
Yeah.
You're just being a Pittsburgh homer. McAvoy's a much better defenseman. As much as I hate Boston, he is.
I like
He's
McAvoy
a better
too.
player now. He's a much better player than
Letang is a better defenseman.
No, he's not now.
And that's not homer.
Maybe back 5 years ago.
Even now.
No,
Yeah.
You're wrong on this one. Number 36, Miro Heiskanen, Dallas Stars. I have a run of defenseman right here.
I like him a lot.
You'd have Miro higher. After 1 year, I know he's a really good defenseman. This last year is the first time he put up points.
Yeah, he needs, I think, another year to.
He's been consistently great.
So now 35 is where you might get me on this one. I have Quinn Hughes at 35. You think Heiskanen should be maybe at least better
I would put
than
Heiskanen ahead of him. I would definitely put Heiskanen better.
All right, I could see that. That's fine. Number 34, Roman Yossi. I had a string of 4 defensemen in a row.
Yeah.
I think he's the best of those 4. Yeah. 3, Andrei Svechnikov.
Yeah, he's only getting better and better.
Yep.
I like him there.
Number 32 and 31, Vegas Golden Knights defensive partners. I don't think they really are, but Alex Pietrangelo and Shea Theodore.
I think Shea Theodore is very underrated.
Yeah, I have him actually above underrated. Pietrangelo. I have him at 31, and I have Pietrangelo at 32.
Shea Theodore is very good.
He is. Number 30, my boy, Vancouver Canucks, Elias Pettersson. I love him.
All right.
Hopefully, future Ranger.
Future New York Ranger.
Future New York Ranger.
Half the guys you just said are New York Rangers.
Well, Schwim, I have another future Ranger coming up at number. I'm not even saying it. I'm going to blow it for you. Yeah. Number 29, Captain Colorado Avalanche, Gabriel Landeskog.
Get out. No.
You'd have him much lower?
I might even have him in the top 50.
What? How do you not have him in the top 50?
I'd put Couturier over Landeskog. Still.
No. Mm-hmm. All right.
I would put Landeskog up there, but yeah, I wouldn't have him in the 20s. No.
See, I think he's great on. We're talking about all-around player. He's awesome at defense. He's a leader on that team. He gets points. I mean, the guy had just last year and he drives. I know McKinnon drives the line, but he's not a passenger by any means. He had 52 points in 52 games. There was a plus 14. His point share was 5.9, which is top 50 in the league. The guy's been, Selke candidate. He's been, he was the Calder winner. He's been extremely good.
Yeah, but at 29, I don't know about that. I think it's a little.
All right. So on this list of the ones I just said, between the top past 5, Pettersson, Theodore, Pietrangelo, Svechnikov, Yossi, you'd have all those guys ahead of him?
So Tommy's saying Zibanejad was 3rd in goals per game without those.
Yes, he was awesome.
But what about Matthews? Matthews wasn't ranked in the top 3 in goals per game? He smoked everybody in goals.
That season he had 50. Yeah, but remember, Zibanejad didn't play as many games. Zibanejad was out because he got hurt. So I know Tom could probably get it for us, but
he was looking
myself, idiot.
He had to calculate subtracting those Philly games.
Yeah, Tom. I mean, we just have to have Tom sitting there next to me. He's fantastic. He played that year. He played 57 games and he had 41 goals in 57 games.
Last year?
Yeah, 2 years ago, the 2019-2020 season. Last year he had 50 points in 56 games. He had 24 goals.
Yeah, I'm talking last year, not the year before. I don't care about those stats.
No, last year he was out for a while because.
Is this what your whole ranking is based on?
The year before he was lights out. I'm talking about last season. Are these last season? So I'm saying
no. 2 years ago he was lights out. Yes, last season.
Yes, agreed.
I think his first few games I would have to look it up. The maybe Tommy can do this. Take a look at his first few games in the NHL. I think his points total was really low, and then all of a sudden that second half he turned it on and big time. I know all it is cats. I'm trying to look this up per game.
Now he's in the sink.
Let's see. Do they have a game log on here? Of course.
Tommy can look it up. Let's continue.
Tommy, let me know the game split stats. Okay. Number 29 was Landeskog. I think he belongs there. 28, Matthew Barzal.
Disagree.
New York Islanders. You agree with Barzal?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be up there.
Don't agree with Landeskog, but
okay.
Barzal.
All right, fine.
Yes.
Number 27, Patrice Bergeron, Boston Bruins. 1/3 of the perfection line. Number 26, a very underrated player, and I think one of the top wings for this year's Canadian team in the Olympics, Jonathan Huberto, Florida Panthers.
Yeah, maybe higher.
He's a sneaky good player. I don't think he gets enough recognition.
Number 25, the best player on the New Jersey Devils, Dougie Hamilton. 25.
Yeah, he's good.
I don't know. I really like Dougie Hamilton. I don't know if I have him at 25 though.
Oh, I think he's a top 10 goalie, top 10 defenseman. I think maybe even top 5.
Yeah,
I don't know. 25
Agreed.
though. I probably have him like maybe closer to 30 or so. Maybe the
number 24, the dirtiest player in the NHL, Mark Scheifele. Winnipeg Jets.
You see that? Yeah. Apparently, the Winnipeg has some sort of marketing poster of him destroying Evans as like a promo.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, it's pretty bad, but
yeah.
But no, Scheifele is the Winnipeg Jets, even more so than Hellebuyck, and I think that was proven in the playoffs. And I love Hellebuyck. Number
23, Norris Trophy winning defenseman, Adam Fox.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. He is. He's that high.
All right.
Number 22, Patrick Kane, Chicago Blackhawks. Patty Kane, 22.
Probably higher. 22.
Yeah.
Probably higher.
I'm thinking he's cracking top 20.
So
he still had a great year last year. Chicago's terrible.
I had a
great years with Chicago being terrible.
I was looking to flip flop him in 19, and the only reason I have 19 the way he is just because you'll see in a second. 21, I think one of the most underrated players in the NHL, Mikko Rantanen, forward, Colorado Avalanche. He's dirty.
Still have Kane over him.
I don't have Kane over him.
Obviously, you just made your damn list.
Well, all right, number 20, goaltender, Winnipeg Jets, Connor Hellebuyck.
I got Fleury above him.
No.
He just won the damn Vezina.
But you're talking about Hellebuyck's won a Vezina, and he's also been a consistent goalie.
He's won a Vezina.
Yeah, we're not talking about lifetime achievement award. We're talking about this year. Going into the season.
We're talking about this season.
Yeah,
the
but
Vezina Trophy winner is ranked higher.
He's younger. He's on a better team.
I don't care what team they're going to. Because you can speculate that Dougie Hamilton's going to have a much worse season on the Devils.
I would take Connor Hellebuyck on any team in the NHL.
But I'm not going to speculate anything.
I
would take him too.
Over
Fleury
Marc-Andre Fleury. Yeah, right now. You're picking a team.
Well, that's what you're talking about. Like if you have one of those goalies for 1 year and 1 year only.
Who are you taking?
The Vezina Trophy winning Marc-Andre Fleury.
You're wrong. Schwim, tiebreaker. Who would you rather have?
I love Marc-Andre Fleury, don't get me wrong, but if we're talking this ridiculous scenario of just 1 year.
There will be no future. Like they will not go beyond this next 1 year.
I would take Hellebuyck for the 1 year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take Fleury and beat all your asses.
All right. Number 19, which is where I think we could swap Patty Kane with him. Alex Ovechkin, Washington Capitals.
Patty Kane.
Goals scored.
Of the top 50 that you were looking up, how many had Ovechkin as like top 5 or top 10?
Not top 5, but they had him in the top 15.
Yeah,
all
top
of them
15,
had him in the top 15.
I can see that.
I didn't want to move him past 20. I thought that would be sacrilege, but you definitely could have Pat Kane. You could have Rantanen. I think both of them could be over Ovechkin.
Yeah,
Number 18, the little ball of hate, Brad Marchand. Guy keeps getting better with age. It's ridiculous.
He might be higher than that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see who else you got. I need to see who
17.
else you have there, but
I like Kane better than both of those.
He's still so good.
I like Kane. Well, I just don't like Marchand, but Marchand would probably be ahead of him.
I think
17,
Brandon,
Sebastian
Kane,
Aho.
and Marchand. All three of those are above Aho, and I love Aho. It's no
Really?
disrespect to Aho. He's great.
Yeah, definitely.
But Rantanen, Kane, and who did you say?
Marchand,
all above him. Yes.
Okay, all right. 16. Now he's coming off injury, and we don't know what he's going to be, but I just think the talent's there. Jack Eichel, 16.
No, still have the other guys ahead of him.
Wow. Okay. 15.
Did you
Mitch
see?
Marner.
Granted, he barely played, but his stats were atrocious with a capital Tro.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he also didn't want to play for them.
It was just bad. Yeah. So I'm putting Eichel way up there.
Last year in 21 games, he had 18 points. Was a -9. Oof.
And how many goals do you have? 3?
2.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That poor guy.
Had a secondary assist.
Yeah, his news report, Sabres captain Jack Eichel to travel to Buffalo for team's pre-camp physical.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Poor guy. Not going to get his trade wish. Boo-hoo. Number 15, Mitchell Marner, Toronto Maple Leafs.
He good.
He's underrated.
That boy is good.
Number 14, Alexander Barkov, Selke winner, Florida Panthers. I tried to put him into my top 10. I could not do it.
We'll see who else is there, but yeah, he might be higher.
Number 13, future New York Ranger, Braden Point.
You are adding your mind.
By the way, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Tampa Lightning players.
Vasilevsky, Kucherov,
Hedman.
Yep.
That's it.
Number 12, Mark Stone. So we went, by the way, Marner, Barkov, Point, Stone.
I don't know.
I got Barkov over Stone.
Yeah, I might move Stone back a couple spots.
Yeah, Barkov is definitely above him, I got to say. And so is Point, probably. And again, all these players are phenomenal, so we're talking
ridiculous. Yes.
We're nitpicking here with
this. It's tough to do this list. It's tough to do this list. I looked it over 5 different times before I sent
top
this one
15 specifically is probably
I would do Barkov just because overall, defensively, offensively, everything.
But Stone does the same thing defensively, offensively,
Stone's
and he does it
very
on
good
wing.
at that too. But I like Barkov's game.
He was
better than Stone's.
He was a Selke candidate, top 2 on a wing spot, which is even harder to do.
Maybe
that's why I had him higher.
Stone's the tiebreaker is his goal celebrations.
That's true.
He loves goals.
Number 11, goaltender, number 1 on the list, Tampa Bay Lightning, Andrei Vasilevsky. He did not crack my top 10. I'm sorry, Schwim.
Pretty sure he'd be in my top 10.
There's something wrong with you.
All right, so tell me who we're kicking out when I go through this 10 list.
You need to get
number 10.
You don't have
David
him in your top
10. I already know one. Yeah, he'll be above him.
Pasternak's better. Oh, you'd have him above him?
No,
okay.
Vasilevsky above him, yeah.
All right. Number 9, my boy, UMass alum, Cale Makar. He's nasty.
Honestly, I'm having Vasilevsky above all these because he's playing the most important position in the friggin'
I think Vasilevsky might even be top 5, to be honest with you.
All right, so we'll get to the top 5 in a second, but number 8, Schwim's boy, Victor Hedman.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Schwim, but I have Vasilevsky over Hedman.
Oh yeah, he's the most important friggin' player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
on
in
your
the most
team,
important position.
But on your team, anybody can go in goal and do decent. It's not like
just look at please look at McElhaney's stats. Please look at McElhaney's stats from last year. Please do it.
Oh my God!
What I'm saying is, if we took Marc-Andre Fleury or Hellebuyck and put him in the spot where Vasi was, they would still be legit number 1 candidates for goalie.
Very good goaltenders, yes.
Yeah. All right, fine. If you took Antti Raanta and put him there, I still think they'd be a very good player.
So you're taking the top 3 last.
What do you have?
But that's what you're saying. You can put any goalie in there.
If you took Shesterkin and put him in Tampa's net, they would have won too. I mean, come on.
No, there's no way. Vasilevsky
Sorokin,
Vasilevsky single-handedly won more than a handful of games for Tampa in that playoff run.
I think his win share was 9. His win share was 9.
Their overall D was not very good. He saved them a majority of the time.
Oh, what do you mean their overall D was not very good?
Their overall D was
he had 9 wins.
The season, but you have to think like Tampa underachieved last season, regular season, massively, and then the playoffs they were Tampa, and then you take the playoffs, which I'm going to base Vasilevsky, the Conn Smythe winning Vasilevsky, on the playoffs. Number one bullshit.
Playoffs.
He stole games for them, without a doubt. He stole.
I'm not saying
he was the Conn Smythe winner for that reason.
We know that.
He's not good. I'm just saying, if you put a decent goaltender in net, they would still be a very good team.
No, not decent. You need to have Vezina.
McElhinney stunk.
They'll still be a good team, yes. They'll still be a good team, but they're not going to be back-to-back Stanley Cup winning champions without Vasilevsky. It's not going to happen.
If they have
I didn't say they wouldn't.
I don't even think Hellebuyck. I don't think Hellebuyck would. Hellebuyck did not do well against a horrible Montreal team. And Vasilevsky, he was Vasilevsky against Montreal the way that he should have been. And granted, Winnipeg isn't Tampa, but you would have thought Hellebuyck was going to steal some games here and there, and he stole 0.
1 minute left in the third period. 1 minute.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
wait to hear
round out
that.
the top.
Just name them all. Go
so
ahead.
like I said, number 8, Victor Hedman. Number 7, Nikita Kucherov. Number 6, Artemi Panarin. Number 5, Sidney Crosby. I think he is better than Kucherov right now. Number 5, Sidney Crosby. Number 4, Leon Draisaitl. Number 3, Austin Matthews. Number 2, Nathan McKinnon. Number 1, Connor McDavid.
So I would have
what top 5?
Braden
You're
Point.
taking out Crosby for Vasi?
I'm gonna put Kucherov a lot higher. I'd probably put Kucherov with Braden Point and put Point down lower and Vasilevsky down lower because Kucherov literally played 0 games last regular season. So I'm going to take that into consideration, even though he had an amazing playoffs. But he literally didn't play at all. So I'm going to move him up and have some of these guys who did, they're great players, especially Braden Point. I mean, you could argue Braden Point was Kucherov last year. So just swap their positions, right? Because he was basically Kucherov. But otherwise, I mean, Vasilevsky's right around there. He's that good and that important to that team.
Puts him outside the top 10. Are you out of your mind?
I think
he's
at
11.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at 11. It's not like I put him at 14 or 15. Come on. I think Cale Makar and Victor Hedman are the 2 best defensemen. I think that Pasternak is
still put Vasilevsky over both of them.
All right, maybe Pasta, and I'll put Vasi at 10, but I don't think I can move them up higher than those 2. I think that
was it? It was McDavid, Matthews.
No, McDavid, McKinnon, Matthews, Draisaitl, Crosby.
All right. Yeah. Wow.
Are you putting Vasi ahead of Crosby? Top 5?
I mean, I don't want
you said
to.
top
but
5.
I might. Yeah, I might put him at 5.
All right. Okay. I don't think saying Panarin is better than Kucherov was Schwim was of course, but I think he's top. I think he's close to being. He's top 10. He's top 10.
Of course he is.
Top 10 player in the league. And I think he's more close to the top 5. He was a Hart Trophy, should have won the Hart Trophy 2 years ago, and last year he was awesome.
How about a player who did? How about a player who did?
Absolutely
should have.
Absolutely should have beaten Leon Draisaitl for it. I'll go off on the hill.
No,
I'm okay.
I'm not gonna go off on this top point getter getting the Hart Trophy every damn season like I have to every time I talk to you because that's just what they do. They set the precedent and that's the way it is.
Yeah,
and you can't argue any other way because that's just the way the damn Hart Trophy is labeled and it's stupid.
Yep.
But that's how it is.
All right. So that is my top 50. You guys didn't butcher it, but you weren't kind at least. So
butcher it.
Did you honestly think we were going to be kind to you?
Okay, it wasn't that bad. Was that really a bad list?
It was mostly fine.
It was okay.
It was mostly fine.
It was all right.
I want to see you guys do better. Now I want to see your lists.
Yeah.
Rangers penalty to number 4. Billy Dean, 2 minutes for complaining.
Hey, I put a devil in there, Sam. You should have been very happy. And top 25, no less.
Top 3 wingers. Stone, Panarin, Cooch.
Stone, Panarin, Cooch?
Top 3 wingers.
Wait, what? Wait, top 3 wingers? Tom, you are not putting. Oh, he says Stone Panarin Cooch.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Stone. Oh, I thought you said something else.
Here he comes.
Yep.
There's
I don't think Stone's number 1, Tom. I don't know if that's a
Maybe
natural order, but yeah.
No, I don't think that's the order.
Just top 3. Is he the best? Is Artemi Panarin the best wing in the NHL right now? I think he might be. Wing.
Might be, yeah. Although, because Draisaitl plays a lot of wing too, but
yeah, I would say if you
mostly
consider Draisaitl center, yeah. Not bad. Well, Mr. Wu, if you want to hit the music, you're more than welcome to. But we will be back. We will do the previews next week. We'll do both. Yes, Stone is an animal, Tom. I'll give my Reptilia beer a solid 3.75. Thank you, Alicia. Galapagos Islands. I got more of them for me, Steve, and Schwim to try next time.
Yes, please.
I called you out.
Yep.
My guy gets a
Schwim?
4.25. Delicious.
4.25?
I believe I gave this a 4. I don't remember what I rated it.
Ooh, nice. Lilith is good.
It's delish.
Schwim, take her home.
Homer, there's a man here who thinks he can help you. Is it Batman? No, he's a scientist. Batman's a scientist. It's not Batman.
Oh, my God.